there, welcome to another episode of Cooking with Elroy. I love this show. Today I'm gonna show you how to make chocolate chip cookies. With this recipe, you can make 28 to 36 cookies. That's a lot of cookies. The best thing about these is you can make them for a large party or freeze the dough and eat them later. I love doing that. Well, let's get going. Okay, as you can see here, I have a lot of my ingredients pre-measured. Now what we're gonna start with is 2 eggs. Now we're going to go ahead and crack the eggs and get going. Oh, there we go. So there's 1 egg. Now we have to crack a second egg. And you can always remember, if you don't want to make this much food, these many cookies that is, you can always go ahead and make half a recipe, which is totally fine. But I like a lot. So the first thing that you're gonna need to do is beat these eggs. And you can see, pretty easy to get them beat. There we go. I have now beat these eggs sufficiently. Let's go ahead and get rid of this fork now. We'll toss that in the sink. Gotta keep things clean. First thing you're gonna wanna do is pour your oil in. Now you're gonna need to use a full cup of oil, and I'm using coconut oil. So you're gonna go ahead and pour it in. I had to heat mine up because it's kind of cold in here. And it was solid. Then I like to put 1.5 cups of almond flour. I do 1.5 cups of that, and then I do 1.5 cups of normal flour. The reason I use almond flour is because it makes things a lot lighter. Now you want to use about 3/4 to a full cup of brown sugar, full cup for the sweetest, 3 1/4 for a little less, and then 3 1/4 cups to a full cup of white sugar. Now we can pour the chocolate chips in, but we'll give it a little bit longer since we have really hot oil down there. We'll do a tablespoon of baking soda. Oh, and then we'll do 2 tablespoons of vanilla. I love vanilla. You know, vanilla is one of the most flavorful things. I like to use fresh vanilla, you know, like the root. But sometimes that gets in the way and suddenly you're eating the fresh vanilla, which is kind of weird, but tasty. Okay, now we're ready to pour the chocolate chips in, and then we're gonna go ahead and mix it. I love this part. So this is where you get to get your fingers and go in. Now I washed my fingers right before this, and I would recommend you do so too. Because as my mother always used to say, wash your hands, Elroy. They're dirty. She said a lot of good things, and she still says them too. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh, so you're gonna wanna knead it. Kind of like if you're making regular dough. You just wanna mix it in there, and you'll see it's all gonna start to come together. Sometimes I like to sing a song when I do this, and other times I like to imagine that I am a great explorer of Cookie Land. And you can write songs about that, like Elroy, the great explorer of Cookie Land. Oh, Cookie Land, the great explorer of Cookie Land. And then you can realize that you're almost done making the cookies. Now you can see that my cookie dough is getting close. I just have to go a little bit longer, and then I'll be good to go. Okay, so my cookie dough is nice and condensed. I'm gonna need to clean my fingers for a while. So I'll see you in a minute, and then we'll put the cookies on the sheet, and then it'll be time. time to cook them. I need to heat my oven. I'll be right back. Okay, it's time to make the cookies. And by that I mean put them on the cookie sheet. So you can see I put a little bit of parchment paper so I won't get my cookie sheet dirty. You don't have to do this, but I like to. So I'm only gonna make a couple cookies because there aren't too many of us here today. It's just me. So you can make the cookies however size you want to make them. I like to make them medium size and really flat. Oh boy, I think I made this dough a little bit oily, but that's okay, because it'll stay together all right. La da da, ooh ooh ooh, ba ba ba, la la la. Some people say that my singing is one of the most amazing things that they've ever heard. And frankly, I agree. Because I'm pretty good. You know, Jack London says that I have a really good voice. And I agree with him too. And now that I mention it, I should mention that this episode is sponsored by Jack London. I'm wearing his shirt. Okay, I'll make one more now, and then it'll be time to go. Now, if you don't want your cookies to have this much oil, you can always add a little bit more flour. But I think this will be plenty good as it is. So now, all I have to do is put these in the oven. But my hands are a little bit dirty, so I need to wash them. La la la, ooh ooh ooh, la la la, dee dee dee. Okay, now that I've washed my hands, I can go ahead and take the cookie sheet and put it in the oven, which I heated to 350 degrees. Oh man, my glasses are foggy. Okay, well I'll see you in about 12 minutes. See ya. I can't wait. I love this job. Okay, it's been about 11 minutes. I think it's time to check on the cookies. I'm excited. Whoa, they're big. I need to get a hot pad. Okay, here we go. Look at these. They're like little miniature cakes. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let them cool, and then I'll try them. This is hot. Shh. Toasty. Okay, here's the best part. I get to eat the cookie. I'm excited. I think it's cool enough to eat, and just in case, I have some milk. Oh, look at that. It's crumbling. That's a good cookie. Very nice and soft. Cooked to absolute perfection. And now for a little milk to wash it all in down. Oh, that is wonderful. Well, thank you all for watching another episode of Cooking with Elroy. Da 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 da. Maybe that's my new outro. I don't know. Shotlander might not like it. See you on the next episode. Da da. Of Cooking with Elroy. Da 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 da. I like that one.